here I am. So I just finished The Witcher 3's. All the videos I was talking about before, they're still coming. They're still coming, don't worry. But, first impressions for Batman Arkham Knight. A first impressions video. Not a review. A first impressions video. It'll be in my review playlist, but that doesn't mean anything. Come on. There was nowhere in the game where I could find, like, exactly how many hours I've played. It wasn't much, but I'm, like, 13% of the way through the game progression. That's what's on this, so I guess that's as close as I'm gonna get. So Batman Arkham Knight was my most anticipated game of this year. The game starts off with the E3 trailer with Frank Sinatra with the Joker. That's the intro to the game. And I think if I hadn't already seen it, I would have been like, wow, that's awesome, that's great. But I hadn't just seen it at E3. For all the trailers that make it look like this game is gonna be this big explosive finale, it has a pretty slow start. Like, nothing super awesome has happened yet in Batman Arkham Knight. I was thinking, no, not Batman 2. No, I'm not saying it sucks. Goodness gracious. And if you bought the game on PC, you're screwed. How's the Master Race doing over there, huh? It's completely broken. It's a turd of a port. And I haven't heard much about Xbox One, but it's like PS4 is like, apparently runs the most, but like, graphically, game looks great. It doesn't look amazing. They were like, it's the best looking game I've ever seen, cause I think The Order 1886, graphically, still looks better than Arkham Knight. But, 30 frames a second, fine. 1080p, It's got kind of a shiny look to it, like the grit from Arkham City is kind of gone. I don't know, like, it looks more like Arkham Origins, you know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. I gotta say, the only technical issue I've noticed so far is the share button. The share button freezes really bad after you save a video clip. It's like, there's like the blue PlayStation transparent screen over it, but the game keeps going in the background and you don't have control. It's weird. It's bad, and they need to fix that. But the draw distance on Gotham is fantastic. You can see the whole thing. Gotham's a very destructible environment, too, when you're driving around with the Batmobile. Like, everything except buildings just crumbles. So the game starts out with you and Gordon looking for Scarecrow. Scarecrow's like, haha, Gotham, I will spread my fear toxin gas. Kind of like in Christopher Nolan's first Batman movie. Pretty much exactly like in Christopher Nolan's first Batman movie. And Gotham's evacuated, and it's basically Arkham City again, because you got no one but villains and criminals are everywhere running the streets. Kevin Conroy is back as Batman. He's got the voice of Batman, which is interesting. Coming fresh off The Witcher, the dialogue in the game is a little, like, the acting is not exactly top. It's not bad, it's just kind of generic. And it's probably always been like that. I'm just only noticing it because Game of Thrones quality acting was the last I saw. It's weird. In the first cutscene when Batman and Gordon are talking, it sounds like they're talking into microphones, and there's like no bass, and I was messing around in the settings trying to fix it, but immediately after that it was fine. The Arkham Knight himself is really annoying. He's a bratty, high school bully jock of a villain. He's not the manipulative, intelligent, intellectual villain you'd expect from the Batman series, which is really weird. I hope we don't focus on him too long. I mean, we probably will, since the game is called Batman Arkham Knight. I am not impressed with the Arkham Knight villain, which is a shame. The combat is great in Batman games. It's so much fun. It's like, yes, you do tend to spam Y and X maybe, but there's the critical strikes thing. Come on, I just had to fight about the combat in The Witcher. I don't have to fight about it in Batman too, okay? I gotta say, the game seems a little easy, and I'm playing on hard too, so I'm gonna turn it up to, I don't even think that's max difficulty. Maybe it's because I've just mastered the game, or maybe because it's easy, or maybe Batman's overpowered at the beginning. I don't know. But the big new addition to this game is the Batmobile. That's the big step for this sequel. From Arkham Asylum to Arkham City, there was kind of a big jump in terms of scale and size, but this kind of, I mean, the map is bigger than Arkham City, sure, but it doesn't really feel like a bigger game, really, in any way. I mean, the Batmobile is really the only big new thing, and the Batsuit looks pretty cool, but Arkham City 2.5, maybe. The Batmobile itself, I have mixed feelings about. When I'm driving through the street, I find it very hard to control, but I'm not going to nail that down because I haven't played a racing game in a while. Maybe I just suck. I probably suck. But the camera is real low to the ground, so it's very hard to see what's in front of you. And there's an option to change it, like you can toggle the camera, but it toggles it right back soon. It's like, what is that? And the Riddler challenges are complete crap. My god, those are, I'm like, alright, nope. After 2 minutes of trying that, I'm never gonna do another one again if I don't have to. And Riddler's place in this game is kind of getting repetitive. I want Batman to be like, ha, Batman, you've met your true nemesis. I am the calm and cool. I'm getting real sick of Riddler. And I do agree with GameSpot's review on the part that it makes you use the Batmobile a lot in the beginning, but it by no means feels out of place. It's like Batman, like it's a new gadget in the form of a car, and he does find interesting ways to use it, but like whenever I try to go off a ramp, it never works. I always miss. It's ridiculous. But the tank mode combat itself, I actually like a lot. So you just hit the R2 or trigger, boom, boom, big cannon, and dodge like little skirts, kind of like Dark Souls. I do like that foundation as a third tier of combat. So I am enjoying the game so far. In terms of story, there was one really cool thing that happened yet, and another thing that I can't talk about at all because it's super spoilery. But the first thing was like, one of them is with Gordon, and he gets very, very upset at Batman, and justifiably so, and punches him right in the face. And I don't think there's anything more hardcore than punching Batman right in the face and then just walking away. That was pretty cool. And the other thing I can't talk about much, I gotta say, it's a cool thing that they do, but less is more. Like, it's starting to happen, like, everywhere, and I'm like, tone it back just a little. I gotta say, though, compared to Arkham City, I don't feel any magic from this game. Yes, Arkham City opened up with Hugo Strange like, I know you are Bruce Wayne. And in terms of missions, it's the standard stuff from the other Arkham games, like, oh, go rescue the firefighters. Oh, let's look after Scarecrow. I'm not impressed yet. And those are my first impressions of Batman Arkham Knight. I'm already going way over time here, so I'm going to try to... No more nonsense. Alright. I'm Wesley Thompson. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. I gotta stop pointing. There's nothing there. If you'd like to join the crusade against everything evil, because with God on our side, we shall prevail.